everybody, this is Valerie VanBooven, and it is cold outside, baby. It's like 8 degrees here in St. Louis. Ooh. And I know I look like a thrill. I feel like a thrill. Actually, it's really cold. We have one sick kid at home, and I know my hair is a complete disaster, and I don't have very much makeup on, so sorry. But we have a great live for you today. And I am going to do the presentation that I'm giving in Fort Lauderdale next week. I just saw something icky happen at the Fort Lauderdale airport. That's terrible. And I have to fly into there next week. Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to the Florida Home Care Association Winter Warm-Up. I will be speaking next week. So we will not have a live next week unless I do it from my phone, which I might pop in and say hi. But for the most part, we will be back live here on January 18th. So that's the plan. Now for an amazing presentation. Get ready, hold your hats. Here it comes. Hi folks, this is Valerie VanBooven, and today we're going to talk about social media success formula, proven strategies to get more home care clients and caregivers in 90 days or less. This is actually the presentation that I will be doing for the Home Care Association of Florida's Winter Warm-Up coming up next week. So if you can't see me in person, this is your chance to see that whole presentation. So this is a little bit long, but I enjoy your comments and your thumbs up and your likes and anything else that you want to put on there or ask. We're happy to answer those questions. Even if you're watching the replay, you can comment or ask questions, okay? So here we go. The agenda today, we're going to do understanding online marketing in 2017, what Google wants versus what Google gives us. Where do leads come from? Content in your company news, more important than ever. What Facebook wants. What does it look like when Facebook works? Facebook in depth, case studies, methodology, and questions and answers. Now, because we're doing this on a Facebook Live, we're not going to probably have a lot of QA, but certainly if you have a question, you can type it in under the video in the comments and I will answer you, okay? All right, so the biggest challenges for your business. I know from talking to hundreds of home care agency owners, and in fact, anybody who owns a business and does online marketing, this is really your challenge. You're an expert in what you do, but you're not an expert probably, unless your business is online marketing like ours, you're probably not an expert in how to create content, how to keep up with the competition, where to focus your money and your attention and your time, how to do it all, how to compete. Should you do organic versus paid advertising online? And how do you measure your return on investment? So it's sort of like this little girl here getting hit with a fire hose of water or information. And I completely understand that. And that's what LTC Expert Publications is here for. This is what we do every day. And we can give you a great amount of direction and information on all of this. So just keep this in mind as we go through this information. I know all of you, probably in your chamber group or your brother-in-law or your cousin Eddie or somebody out there is an SEO expert, and I'm using air quotes, or they are a web developer. So, but just remember this about your home care or your senior service business. Your local SEO web developer or content manager does not understand the home care market unless they specifically work in it. The home care target market or the needs of the 50-year-old adult child of the aging parent. Remember that home care is not like a plumber or a roofer or a pizza delivery service or a laundry service or any of those things. It is a very emotional, overwhelming, and a huge financial commitment and decision and a big healthcare decision. So it's not like your typical service or product that people would buy online. That's why it's different, and that's why you need to have a great understanding of the market in order to get a good return on investment. Just a little Commercial about us. LTC Expert Publications has been in business since 2008, helping home care agencies and other senior service providers with their online marketing. We do content in the way of blog posts and articles for our clients. I think we buy or have written 900 articles a month, 800 articles a month, somewhere in there, and they're all written by our writers. We have a whole slew of writers that have been with us for a long time. Home care SEO, we do that. We do website development if it's needed. Home care social media, we do video, we do all of it. So you can find the most information about us at ltcsocialmark.com or ltcmarketingu.com. And at the bottom one here, LTC Marketing U, that is where all the free stuff is. So head on over there and get you some free stuff. So where do leads come from for home care? 90% of them probably come from in-person networking or direct referral marketing. And if you're not on top of your online marketing game, this is if you don't concentrate on it at all, you might get 10% of your leads from online marketing. But when you do pay attention to your online marketing and your website and your blog and your social media, or you have somebody who's doing that for you, it's easy to say that almost 50% of your leads could be coming from online marketing. That doesn't mean you have less coming in from in-person networking or direct referral marketing. It means you have more coming in from online marketing than ever before. So together, these can knock the ball out of the park, but you have to pay attention to both in order to succeed. So how in the world can you do that when you have so many other things to concentrate? First, we're going to talk about Google because, of course, Google has been an integrated part of our lives for many years. It's important to play the Google game, but what we see coming down the road in 2017 and what's started happening in 2016 is that it's important to play the Google game and to be on the first page of Google, but it really wasn't. It's kind of not getting the results that it used to. So I put meh. So in other words, you could be number one on the first page of Google, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the kind of traffic and leads that you used to get, which is odd, but I'm going to show you why. This is a bit of a kind of a mobile view of the first page of Google. So I typed in a search for home care marketing. Not home care marketing, home care St. Louis, Missouri. And what you see here, this is kind of a squished down screen view of it, is that at the very top, those are paid ads. So we have two companies at that moment that were showing up as paid advertisers on the first page of Google. Then you see the maps. The map had 3 people in it. It used to show 7, now it only shows 3. And then below that starts the organic results. So even if you're number one organically, if you do not show up in the maps, or you do not, or you're not advertising organically, you're actually below the fold or at the scroll line. This is what it looks like again. This is the same shot, but it's my entire screen basically. And I have a pretty big monitor. So home care in St. Louis is the search word, and you can see there are 4 at the top that are doing paid advertising. There's the map, which you can only see in this case the first map listing, and the organic results are way below that. So I just put a little picture of our granny flipping Google the bird there. But it's becoming more and more apparent that Google is very mobile focused. You can see there are no ads down the sidebar anymore. And it's also very apparent that Google is trying to monetize as much as possible, as they always have. My understanding is that sometime in 2017, the map listings are going to become monetized. So if you want to show up in the top of the map listings, you have to pay for it. And not right now, but at some point, I've heard that's what's happening. So we're not getting the most bang for our buck. And the challenge with Google advertising is when you see these advertisers at the top, the challenge is that home care also has a very specific problem with caregivers. We either don't have enough caregivers or we have too many caregivers. But when we advertise on Google, 80% of the clicks that are coming through to us are from job seekers. So if you need caregivers, this isn't a bad idea. But if you do not need caregivers, you really want clients, the challenge is that the caregivers, the job seekers out there, are using up your budget, and your people who really need care aren't even seeing this stuff because they use up your budget every day. So if you were to spend $1,000 a month on Google AdWords, the typical, not always, but the typical result is that 800 of those dollars go toward our clicks that are spent on people seeking jobs. 200 of those dollars are spent on whatever else is left. And that could be people who really need home care. It could be people who are just looking right now. It could be people who only qualify for Medicaid. And if you're a private duty provider, that's maybe not your type of client. So there's a whole variation of people in that $200 range that might be clicking on your ads. And if clicks are between $5 and $7 per click for home care in any given large metro area, and your budget is, $1,000 a month, you're using up quite a bit of that money up front every day on the caregivers and only having a little bit left over for anybody who really needs care. So it doesn't work out very well to do Google AdWords unless you are in the mode for job seekers, and then it could be something that would be helpful to you. So we still have to play the Google game. We still have to be there. So what Google wants from us is more content. So more blog posts that are unique, not the same blog post on your site that's on 500 other websites. It wants more quality content. It doesn't want junk. It wants quality content. More local content. So stuff that's about you, your business, and your community outreach. More local backlinking. Your site needs to be listed on other local sites in your area. So like the Chamber of Commerce or your local paper. It's great to get views. It's great to get links. It's great to get interviewed for your local paper. Anytime you can get a backlink, a link from their website back to yours from a reputable online source, that is excellent for you. More engagement on all social media platforms, and of course, Google loves video. So 1 to 2 articles are blog posts on your website, and so we're talking about on a weekly basis. You should have 1 to 2 articles that are blog posts on your website. So those are unique articles that aren't on 200 other people's websites. You're not just sharing content. And those should be syndicated, meaning pushed out immediately to Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter. And then it wants to see 3 to 5 articles per week that are from other sources shared on your Facebook business page. So you may have a Facebook business page that has lots of articles from other content sources that are appropriate for your marketing audience. But you also might want to have 1 to 2 articles, or you need to have 1 to 2 articles that are blog posts from your website. You can't forget about your own website. And those should be also going out to your social media. So don't forget that content from your website is just as important as sharing all these other cutesy little things from other websites. Google also likes to see one e-newsletter that goes out without fail each month. So an automated newsletter that is mobile responsive and easy on the eyes is really the way to go. You do not need a fancy newsletter to make an impact on someone. In fact, the less fancy it is, the better. Good information in a less fancy way is super fabulous these days. People have no attention span. They're not going to look at your pretty pictures all day. They are going to scroll through on their mobile device to the article that piques their interest the most, and they're going to click on it and go back to your website to read it. And that's the object of the game. So the best newsletters that I receive are ones that are all text. They aren't fancy at all. They're actually very slimmed down, very easy to read. And you know what else likes that? My email system likes that type of newsletter. The less HTML junk you have in your newsletter, the less likely it is to go to spam. So you need a very simple, mobile-friendly, easy to read, easy to scroll newsletter that goes out every single month. We do that for our clients all the time. In fact, we don't ever want anybody to not have a newsletter. Local backlinks. We talked about that a little bit. You want to make sure you're getting your website listed on other people's websites locally, especially if they're a reputable website. Don't worry about junk websites. Don't buy links. Go for the local paper, the Chamber of Commerce, maybe an assisted living facility that you work with. Those are the kinds of websites that Google wants to see. Here's an example of a local backlink. So we have the websites. We have websites all over the country for different areas. This one happens to be the South Florida Approved Senior Network. So southflorida.approvedseniornetwork.com. And you can go there and look at all of our content and all of our clients that are on the South Florida Approved Senior Network. Now, not every client is listed there. It depends on what package they're in, but a lot of them are. So you can go there and take a look. We give our clients a local backlink from this website to their website. And the way we do that is by putting fabulous content on this website that links back to our client's website. And we don't put junk content on here. This is all good stuff. The Facebook page associated with this site has, 1,200, 1,300 followers. It's a really good setup. So in summary, do you need Google? Yes, you need more content. You need it to show up on Google. You need content on your website or blog. You need to be seen and listed on other websites local to you. And you need to combine your in-person networking with your online marketing. Your company news matters. Google and Facebook want news because that's what people want. They want something that's interesting to read. So we're going to talk briefly about how to write company news the easy way. People get stumped by this because they are not writers. I totally understand that. But you can write a paragraph and you can take a picture. Those are the two things I know about everybody that's listening to this or watching this. 6 easy words and 1 photo equals content. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and answer the questions who, what, why, when, where, and how. Now, this is the basics of journalism. If you took communications or journalism in college, you know that this is something they kind of teach. And these are the basics for an easy article. So who? Let's say you have some company news you want to write up. If you answer the question who, you may answer the questions this way. Who's the paragraph about? Who's in the picture? Who was part of the presentation? Who organized the event? As an example, Mary Smith, a registered nurse from ABC Home Care, was our presenter today at the 3rd annual Yo-Yo Fest. Totally making this up. Where? Where was the event? Where was the speaker? Where will the event be held next year? The event was held at the convention center. The speakers were located in the auditorium. What? What was the presentation about? What was the name of the presentation? What was the event about? What happened at the event? What would be your recommendation for attending in the future? Her presentation, Avoiding Senior Falls in the Home, was a huge hit with all of the attendees. We were all attending the Yo-Yo Fest to learn more about keeping seniors safe. Why? Why was this event important? Why did you attend? Why did other seniors attend? Why does this event happen each year? Why should people attend next year? Example, the Yo-Yo Fest is held each year as an effort to educate seniors and their families about in-home safety. We were at booth number 43. Our objective was to let seniors in the Yo-Yo area learn more about the services we provide and how we can keep seniors safe. When? When was the event held? When will it be held again? The Yo-Yo Fest was held this past weekend on July 31. It will be held again next year in August. Watch our website for times and dates. Hope to see you next time. How? How do you get to the convention center? How much does it cost? How do people get more information? The convention center is at 123 Main Street in West Winnemucca, Nevada. The event was free for everyone. Seniors and families can get more information by contacting the West Winnemucca Senior Center at 555-555-5555. So putting it all together, Cha-Cha Binga Home Care attended the Yo-Yo Fest in West Winnemucca. Mary Smith, a registered nurse from ABC Home Care, was our presenter today at the 3rd annual Yo-Yo Fest. The event was held at the Convention Center at 123 Main Street in West Winnemucca, Nevada. Mary's presentation, Avoiding Senior Falls in the Home, was a huge hit with all the attendees. We all attended the Yo-Yo Fest to learn more about keeping seniors safe. The Yo-Yo Fest is held each year as an effort to educate seniors and their families about in-home safety. We were at booth number 43. Our objective was to let seniors in the area learn more about the services we provide and how we can help keep seniors safe. The Yo-Yo Fest was held this past weekend on July 31. It will be held again next year in August. Watch our websites for times and dates. Hope to see you next time. The event was free for everyone. Seniors and their families can get more information by contacting the West Winnemucca Senior Center at 555-5555. And there you see a cute little picture of Mary. Easy, done. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. It's not that hard. Okay, so now you know how to write an article. What Facebook wants. So we're going to talk about what Facebook wants. Content, likes, and fans, engagement, community, and video. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. I said 1,200. This page, the South Florida Approved Senior Network. Now, we talked about this with regard to the website itself. Now, this is the complementing Facebook page that goes with it. So this page has 2,700 plus likes. We got that in about 2 months. Now, we paid for those likes, much like you will have to pay for your likes unless you are a fabulous Facebooker every day. We had daily contests, weekly contests, easy stuff. Local news. Back when we first screenshotted all this, there was a hurricane hitting the South Florida area. So that was big news. We had client news. Those are our clients that are in that area. Featured some of our clients. We did video, and we, of course, highlighted events. Does this Facebook page generate leads and traffic to our website at southfloridaapproved.seniornetwork.com? It absolutely does. And especially when we're really into it and we're paying a super amount of attention to it, it generates lots and lots of leads. Okay, so Facebook is not an alternative, but an addition to Google. So what we look for in a good Facebook page is a minimum of 1,000 likes. Now, if you can get 10,000 likes, the page is almost self-sufficient. It's amazing. Daily content from your website and from other websites. We talked about that. Some content needs to come directly from your own website. You need to boost some of your posts. Now, that's after you get to the 1,000 likes or somewhere around as you're getting to the 1,000 likes. You need video, you need contests, simple ones, and you need to be consistent. If you're consistent, your fans will appreciate it. What does it look like when Facebook works? This is a good question, and people often don't see a Facebook program that works really well. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. What you're actually seeing here is back in September and October of 2000, it's a 30-day look, September 4, 2016 through October 4, 2016. And we're comparing that month to the month previous where we did not do any or much with Facebook. So what you see here is that our goal completions, so that means the amount of people who went to our website, to our Contact Us page, went up 700%. So in this example, we are driving traffic to our website Contact Us page, not just traffic in general. There were thousands of visits to the actual page or the actual website. But what we want to look at is how many people actually went to the Contact Us page. So we had 32 visits, so that's about one a day on average, versus 4 in the month prior. So a visit a day to the Contact Us page. That's pretty fabulous. And then September 4 through October 4, that's a 30-day window. We're comparing that again. This is another look at another website. We're comparing that to what we did August 4th through September 3rd. Now, this is Facebook driving this traffic to these websites. So in the month prior, in August, we had 2 visits to the Contact Us page. But in September, when we started hitting it hard with Facebook, we had 20 people visit that Contact Us page. And this is another client. These are, and the first one was our website, but these others are clients of ours. So if you look at this one, you can see this is the Contact Us page that we're looking at. And I blacked out stuff because this is private information for each home care agency. But in that same time frame of September 4 through October 4, they had 26 visits to their Contact Us page. whereas the month before that, they had only had 7. Now, this is absolutely Facebook-driven traffic. This isn't how many visits they had total. This is just how many people went to their Contact Us page. And then this was a brand new person that we had just barely started working with, and their goal completion went up 1,100%, which sounds like a big number, but honestly, they had 12 people go to their site versus 1 to their Contact Us page in the month before. So let's look at Facebook a little bit more in depth. The first thing I want to invite you to is our Facebook Live program. We do it almost every Wednesday, and I say almost because if something comes up that's more important, we definitely don't do our live presentation every Wednesday. But, holidays, we didn't do it and that, but almost every Wednesday, and you'll get an email if you're on my email list. We are live at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and 12 noon Pacific, almost every Wednesday. And all you have to do is go to this page that you see, facebook.com/LTC Marketing U, the letter U, and you will see that we're live. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a live video. It says LTC Marketing U is live. So we're going to talk about Facebook as community outreach, Facebook basic content needs, and Facebook advertising. Example objectives for senior care businesses. You want to drive local traffic to your website. You want to build your local email list. You want to build local brand awareness. You want to improve your customer service, and you want to engage more local leads and inquiries. This is very basic for all businesses. So we talked about this before, but I'm going to harp on it just a little bit more. You always need, with regard to Facebook, blog posts that are coming from your website. That means you actually have to write an article or have someone write an article for you, like we write articles for our clients. And you have to put that information on Facebook. Once it's on your blog, it should be automatically syndicated via an RSS feed to your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Pinterest, or whatever. But Facebook is your community outreach. Content on your website will never be seen if it doesn't get out there. So it has to go from your website to Facebook. You also need, plus, in the middle there, other cool stuff from other places on the net. So 5 days a week, you can have other cool articles hitting your Facebook business page that are from other websites, other resources, not your competition, but other places on the internet that have, senior cool stories. We have found so much good news content to share with our clients on their Facebook pages over the last 6 months. It's amazing what kind of stories are out there. And so you should have that coming in too. That piques the interest of your fans and keeps them coming back for more. All right, so this is a graphic that shows you how many people are seeing your content. So you have all these fans. Let's say you have 500 fans. This tells you how many people are seeing your content and how many people are not seeing your content. So what you have to remember is that this is a numbers game. The larger your audience on Facebook, the more people will see your content. But just remember that on any given day, only about 6% of your fans of your Facebook business page are actually going to see your content. Therefore, it's important that you understand when to boost a post. That means you're paying for it to get extra visibility. So remember, no matter how many fans you have on your Facebook business page on any given day, only about 6% are seeing your content. So you need to do a little advertising. Advertising comes in 3 phases. The first thing you need to do, as we talked about, is build your fans, your audience in your local area. 1,000 likes minimum. Go for more. Go for the 10,000. You can never have too many fans on your Facebook business page. Trust me. Boost selected posts that have a call to action. Read more, learn more, call today. So some people will go through willy-nilly and just start boosting all their blog posts. And in fact, boosting posts that are from other websites. Don't do that. That is just the most irritating thing ever. You are wasting your money doing that. You need to select the posts that are specific to you like ones that came from your website or ones you've created, and you need to boost those and make sure they have a call to action. Call now, contact us, we can help. Those kinds of things. Don't just boost posts willy-nilly. That's not helpful for anyone. Only use the ones that have a specific call to action. And you can also use Facebook advertising to drive traffic to your website. So those contact us pages, we just looked at some of those results from back in 2016. You can use Facebook advertising to drive traffic to your contact us page. It does work. So why Facebook? So let's talk about Facebook versus Google. We've talked about it a little bit, but here is some differences. Different channels, different approaches. Google is great for demand fulfillment. People search for something specific and then they buy. Facebook is great for demand generation. That means that they discover your services. So in other words, somebody may not be actually looking for home care right now, but the more they see your stuff, the more likely it is that they will use your services or recommend your services down the road to someone else. It takes 10 touches to get someone to take an action, right? Complex to get it right, lower conversion rate, bigger opportunity. So Google is complex to get it right. It really is. And Facebook can be a little bit too. You may have a lower conversion rate on Google, or you may have a lower conversion rate on Facebook. It depends on your product or your service. Google's life cycle is set up, test, fine-tune, and forget. Facebook's life cycle is set up, test, fine-tune, and repeat. You constantly need to test different ad designs and audiences to target. And this is true. They do say that pictures in ads on Facebook of smiling, happy people get much more clicks and conversions than a picture of a flower or a picture of a sad person. So just keep it happy when you're doing Facebook, but you always need to test, fine-tune, and revise. And we do that all day long. Designing Facebook ads. The image is the most important element, so you need to make it big. So what we see a lot of times is that people have these little bitty images and they think that they're going to look really big on Facebook. Well, they're not. You have to use a stock image or an image that you took that's really big in order for it to show up nicely on your Facebook business page and elsewhere. So just remember, the bigger the photo, the better. Facebook will downsize that photo to the size that it needs. Designing Facebook ads. Create buyer personas. For each persona, highlight specific value propositions. Okay, so creating a buyer persona, and we have some of these if you look on our website, our website, LTC Marketing U. A buyer persona is sort of like a profile, a fake profile of a person who would be most likely to buy your services. So you could do a persona for a 50-year-old female who is an adult child of an aging parent, who is the caregiver, who works full-time and has kids at home, and has an aging parent who needs help. That is a buyer persona, and you can get really detailed about those. You may also have a persona for someone else who might buy your services. A landing page should be consistent with the ad's wording and design. So wherever you are going to send those people who like your Facebook ads, that landing page should reflect the images that you've used in your ads. So it's sort of a recognition or a recognition of the ad and the landing page should go. So they should complement each other and look similar so they know they're in the right place. More fans. So you definitely want to get more fans. And this is an example of an ad that we use for our Charlotte Approved Senior Network. It says, like our page, the best info for seniors in Charlotte, NC. Join us and read more. We specifically put that together. Now, if we had put in there maybe or tried a test with a picture of smiling faces, we might have gotten even more likes for this ad. But you have to constantly test to figure that out. And as we go through and we test and we make changes, we know what works. So this is sort of just a little example of what you can do and how much you have to spend. Now the total spend for this, my total budget was $55. Now that's not very much to get a bunch of likes. And that's why Facebook is also interesting, is because it's a lot less costly than Google. Here's another one. Not sure if mom is safe at home when she's alone. Have a conversation with one of our experts. We can help. Visit us here. And it drives traffic right back to the Charlotte Approved Senior Network in this case. It ran for 5 days, and the total budget for the promotion is $5. Total budget was $5, so it spent $1 a day. And this is another look at promoting the website. So if we wanted to send people to our website, all we had to do was create an ad that promoted our website, and people would, click on this ad and go straight over to our Charlotte Approved Senior Network website. So let's talk about how many posts per week on Facebook and when. First of all, 1 time a day is plenty for your Facebook business page. 5 times a day is way overkill and will actually decrease the amount of people who will want to see your stuff. 1 time per day is enough. 2 times is okay, because sometimes you might have a blog post and another post that go up at different times. But 1 time per day is plenty. Some posts each week should come from your website. We talked about that a lot. So in the form of blog posts, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. if possible. And you can boost 1 to 2 posts per week. Not all posts should be boosted. I'd say 1 a week is fine. A boosted post should have a plan in mind, and all ads should have a call to action. How many posts per week on Facebook and when? So the biggest takeaway here is this. Don't overwhelm your customers with content on Facebook, and be selective about what you're publishing. In other words, spend more time crafting better Facebook posts and less time crafting a lot of Facebook posts. You'll also want to target your content to a specific audience. People are more likely to click on posts that are relevant to their interests and needs. The goal is no longer to spray and pray, it's to get as much interaction from a single post as possible. And that comes from HubSpot. If you want to learn more about Facebook advertising and you're not going to hire someone to do it for you, then you can go to Facebook, to their business area where they talk about their products, and then ads. And Facebook is a great learning tool and resource. So what if you don't have time for all of this? I'm going to give you some really serious advice, and that is that you need to make time. You don't have to understand everything about online marketing, but it is 2016 marketing, it's 2017 marketing, it's 2018, 19, 20. This is never going to go away, and if you want to get the most leads that you could possibly get for your home care agency, you need to engage with this. Farm it out. Either have an internal staff member take care of this for you who understands it, or hire a service. It's much cheaper to hire a service than to give this, to an employee that's dedicated to it. Make sure some of your content is coming from your blog. Don't just do posts from other people's websites. I have seen services that will say, okay, 30 posts per month for $99. And that seems cheap, but if none of the posts are coming from your blog and you aren't advertising for likes, this isn't helpful at all. You can post junk on your Facebook business page all day long. If it is junk, or if it is not coming from your website, or has no purpose, or has no call to action, then it's not helpful. You're wasting $99 a month. Here are some case studies that we did. For Atlanta, Georgia, this is a private duty, independent home care agency, not a franchise. They are in our Facebook Pro program. They wanted, our commitment to them is 200 likes per month, and we're driving traffic to their website. We do a content or article on their blog each week. 5 days per week, they receive curated content from other sites to Facebook. They receive 2 videos per month that are customized to them. And in this case, this client wants caregivers and then leads. So this is kind of the opposite of what most of our clients want, but some of them do need caregivers first. So we started running some ads and some information to their job opportunities pages on their website. So you can see when we started October 30th through November 29th, when I ran that report, they had 44 hits on their job opportunities page. And the month prior to that, they had none. And then you can see November 26th through December 26th, and comparing that to October 26th through November 25th, you can see that now they had 84 hits on their job opportunities page as opposed to 35. So they had a 100% increase the first time around and 140% increase the second time around. That is fabulous, and that's what this client was looking for. They've been with us approximately 6 weeks, and in that time they had 13 employment calls, 118 hits to their employment page on their website, and 5 leads from consumers, which we weren't actually even targeting. Katie, Texas, a private duty franchise owner. This person is in the Facebook Pro program. They're getting 200 likes per month. We're driving traffic to their website. They get an article on their blog every week. They get 5 days a week of curated content from other sites to Facebook, 2 videos per month customized to them, and this client wants leads. So in this case, what we see is that from November 1 through December 27th, they had 30 people hit their contact us page. And in the same time frame before that, they had 5 people hit their page. Now, at the bottom of the screen here, we're looking at calls. And they had 41 calls from Sunday 10:30 through Sunday 12:05. They had 41 calls. Now, not every single one of those calls is going to be a lead. Some of them are going to be job seekers. Some of them are hang-ups, wrong numbers, solicitations. But the good news is that you can see that the call volume picked up tremendously. So in 8 weeks, they had 41 calls and 35 contact us page hits. I will take that every day if that's the result that someone's providing me. Martin County, Florida, private duty franchise, with us for 8 weeks. We cannot track the calls because they do not have a tracked and recorded phone line, but we can track their page hits. And so from September 5th through October 31, 2016, they had 0 hits on their contact us page. And then from November 1 through December 27th, they had 41 hits to their contact us page. That's a huge increase and a really nice way to go. This is Chicago, Illinois, a private duty independent person, our independent home care agency. With us 8 weeks, cannot track calls, although we did start talk to this person, and we started tracking the calls about a week before we put this slide together. And in that time, when we look at down below, November 1 through December 27th, they had 86 hits on their contact us page. And the time before that, they had 0. So that's excellent. So our methodology is this: 2 articles per month, up to 4 articles per month on their blog. They should be long, 1,000 words, quality reading. Include your home care agency's community outreach and internal news. So 2 educational articles plus your home care agency's community outreach and internal news. 5 posts per week to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest from other places. 1 monthly e-newsletter. Advertise on Facebook with Promote My Page until you have a minimum of 1,000 likes. Go for 10,000. Put at least 2 videos per month directly on Facebook. Make them or pay for them. We make those for our clients. They pay us to do that. Weekly contest, very simple. Actually, you could do a monthly contest. That's probably more appropriate. Engage on Facebook with your local community. Answer questions and watch for people contacting you. Get links to your website on other local sites. Do this for 6 months to 1 year, and then you can cut back on advertising expenses and do just the content pieces. You will always, always need new content. Here's our contact information. This is what we do for folks. So sometimes people at the end of a presentation will say, well, who would I call to have all this done for me? It would be us. So LTC Expert Publications does home care content, SEO, website, social media, and video. And you can visit our websites, or you can call us at 888-404-1513. The best website to visit is probably ltcmarketingu.com because it has lots of cool free stuff. And you want all the free stuff you can get. And that's it. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you all very much for watching today. and I hope to talk to you all soon.